Hello, my name is Gary Siegel, and I want to tell you the story of how I got involved in this fund drive. A little while, number of months ago, there was a terrible, terrible bombing in Kabul in Afghanistan, and most people don't know much about it. There had been one in England around the same time, and the Kabul one faded from the news almost immediately, whereas the one in England got so much coverage and sympathy in relating to those poor people. So my night job, it's not a job, but my day job, I'm a therapist, and I also am a poet. And one of the things I do in these situations, I take it in, I think about it, and I feel about it. I also research and learn about it a little bit so that I can take what I found and create a poem. And I did that with the city of Kabul, and um, I also vowed in the poem that I would do something to help, some small thing. I didn't know what. And I thought it was making a donation. I found there are not a lot of charities on the internet for Kabul or for Afghanistan, but I found one that was recommended, and I made a small donation. And they were very gracious, and they sent me pictures of some of the work they were doing in helping the victims who had legs blown off and all sorts of injuries. And what I noticed, maybe because I'm a therapist, I don't know, but what I noticed was that so many of these people, though they were getting medical help and having their lives saved, were terribly traumatized. It was kind of obvious. You couldn't miss it in their eyes and the way they looked. And I wrote to them and I asked them if there was any help there for that. And they said, really not. There was lots of medical help, but there wasn't treatment for the trauma that these people are living all the time and have been for so many years in that country. So um, I said, maybe I can do something. And they said, if you can do something, we'll work with you. And I began to reach out. I am a therapist. I talked to others that I know, and I found a connection. And I put the person on the ground in Kabul for this charity, the Lamia Afghan Foundation, in touch with a person from the EMDR Foundation who is very involved in bringing their trauma therapy to helping people in third world and desperate situations all over the world, which I didn't know, but I found out. And ultimately, they very graciously offered to train 3 doctors from Kabul in a basic form of therapy to stabilize people, and they would give them the training for free and the room and board for free. So I'm coming before you for the money to fly them to India so they can get and back, so they can get this training and begin doing it in their city, where they hope eventually to begin to train others and to make Kabul a center in Afghanistan where people can come to get this kind of treatment. So the EMDR people have been great. The Lamia Afghan Foundation people have been great. And I'm hoping you all will be great too and help us with just, as everyone says, just a little something. I know we can get there. So we're going to raise this money. Hello? And we're going to raise the approximately 1,000 for the airfare, and we're asking for another 1,000 in our fundraiser to make just a nest egg, because I'm sure that this project will go forward and there will be more needs. So without getting too far ahead of ourselves, I thought $2,000 would be a great start. So thank you for listening to this video. There will be a second video where you can hear me read that poem that I wrote. And I thank you for paying attention and for taking this into your heart. Thanks.